So big round of applause for both of you. Before we move on to the other section, I request the timer to please read out the qualified speakers, please.
Both the speakers are qualified.
Okay. I would request the audience to please vote for the best speakers. So now we move on to the next session, which is table topics. So this is a section where speakers are called upon to the stage randomly and they are given a topic to talk on. And to conduct that, we have a Toastmaster for that, Toastmaster Vijay Rajan. So may I call Vijay Rajan on the stage?
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Good evening. As our Toastmaster has many times explained what is table topics, today I will be the table topic master who will be giving you the table topics on the spot, and you have to give the speech on the table. And the first speaker for the table topic is Toastmaster Vijay. It is always the other line that moves fast. When you are waiting in a queue, it is always the other line that moves fast.
As human beings, we always see the negative side of things first. And why I'm saying that? Because most of us don't believe in ourselves. We think that the fear of the unknown would kill us, but it doesn't. And why I'm telling this to you is because sometimes fear is important. When you fear something, there is stress in your body, and that stress sometimes brings the best in you. So in order to be successful, in order to be something which you aspire to be, we need to have certain amount of fear in our body. That certain amount of stress would create that hormonal change in our body to drive us towards our destination. So we should make it a point that whenever we are waiting in a queue, we should always focus on only our line, not on the other line. We should always focus on something that we are aspiring to, not somebody else who is aspiring to. Because in our life, we are only running our race, not somebody else's race. So get out of that race and move in that direction. Thank you very much.
The next table topic speaker will be Toastmaster Vijay. I will not resign from life. I must be dismissed. I will not resign from life. I must be dismissed.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Life is a long journey. We should run the race. We keep on running the race to reach the destination. There are so many struggles will come and go in life, but we must have strong mental thing to face all the struggles. When you face any struggles, you should not give up. It is your whole point. Thank you.
Next table topic speaker will be Vijay Rajan. When you apply butter or jam on bread, it is always the butter side that touches the air. When you apply jam or butter on bread, it is always the butter side that touches the surface of the air.
I came here to watch Professor's language skills. That is optimistic, but surprisingly I got in trouble today now. It is pessimistic. That is what that bread, its jam, everything in the other side. The other side went to the surface now. I mean surface. It's happened now. Your visible it is. It's just happening many times in my life also. One day I was very optimistic. I called, my wife was not there in my home. I called her, today I am going to make a dinner. She was very optimistic, he was laughing like anything, okay, very good, you do that. And I started to, I don't know anything about how to make a food. So I thought I will make a upma. Okay, then I searched in the YouTube, I got upma, how to do that. Then I put a rava, everything. So boiling, water was boiling. By the time YouTube, power was gone. I don't know what to do now. My wife was optimistic, I am now pessimistic. The bread is in surface. Then I don't know really what to do. So let us try. I called my wife. She was not reachable. So I thought, so she planned for taking a dinner outside. You know that very well. So definitely he is not going to make a upma. Then I called my friend. Hello. Colonel, how to do the upma? Now it's boiling. Water is boiling, I am also boiling. What to do? Please tell me. He told, I only know pongal. How to make a pongal, I will tell you. The same philosophy, you make it principle, you put it, apply on the upma. Then I tried everything, pongal to upma. Then there is a rava pongal came. So, what I am going to tell, so do whatever you want to do in the life. If it comes upma or pongal, take it easy. Life is like that.
Thank you, Rajan. Next table topic speaker will be Toastmaster Vijay. I think we are going too pessimist. So I thought let me give you some sacred and holy topic. Sacred truth from Buddhism. Life is suffering. Life is suffering.
Life is suffering. But what we get out of it is something which we need to look into. So let's go back a month ago. So it was a new company I joined, it was Fresh Desk. So we were searching for houses. So we went around for a house hunt. They hired me for sales. So I had to hunt the numbers there and I have to come back home and I have to hunt for houses. So I used to go to each and every place. And when we enter into the house, they'll be like, are you bachelor? Oh, no, not for bachelors. We used to suffer like that. So after going on through all the sufferings, we got a house. Then we moved in. Then, at the same day, it started raining heavily. And we just moved into the house and it started raining heavily. And we don't know how to manage stuff over there and it started flooding into the house. Again, we started suffering there. And again, we went out. We had to walk that day because my bike didn't start. I suffered that day. So I walked to the office and in the midway, I got umbrellas. So that next day we should not suffer. So I thought we should not suffer during the next day. So I got umbrellas, I walked to the office and right from the next day till this day, it was no rain. It was not at all raining. The umbrellas are still in the rack, which are not used. At least if I am a girl, I can use it just to protect myself from the hot sun. So that's how I used to suffer a lot, but it doesn't matter. It's fun and suffering. It's all about suffering.
Table topic speaker is Toastmaster Sanjeev Kumar. today. Smile today, tomorrow will be worse.
Good afternoon, Dr. Masters. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So be optimistic and take whatever comes today, take it as a positive and be good for you and have a smile. Because we don't know what will be there for tomorrow.
Toastmaster Prabhakar. Thoughts are, after all, nothing but a substitute for hallucinatory wish. Thoughts are, after all, nothing but a substitute for hallucinatory wish. Hallucinatory. Thoughts are, after all, nothing but a substitute for hallucinatory wish.
Good afternoon, everybody. All of us are thoughts before we could come to this meeting itself. We started that there's going to be a wedding Toastmasters meeting. We must be here on time. There will be a structured course where you have prepared speech and their speech and other things. But when you come to thoughts that is hallucinating, it is based on a fear. Thoughts are thoughts which comes and it goes by itself. Our jnanis say that thoughts will come. Don't pay attention to thoughts. You pay attention to thoughts which have a purpose, which is a positive in nature. Any negative thoughts, just push it. Don't pay attention to them. So positive thoughts will keep increasing, and your actions also will become positive, and the results will be there for everyone to get benefit out of this positive thoughts. So thoughts are nothing but a way how a flower can bloom. It's the same way our thoughts also come to our mind. It depends on how we are tuned to our mind to various types of knowledge is there. If you are an engineer, thoughts about engineering only will come. If you are a doctor, thoughts about medicine only will be coming. If you are a politician, you will get all sorts of thoughts. So we have to keep ourselves, pay attention to those thoughts which come, which are positive in nature and will help for ourselves and also for the society. Over to you.
Next TV speaker will be Toastmaster Jagan. Self-consciousness is nothing but time consciousness. Your topic is time consciousness is the consciousness of death. Time consciousness is the consciousness of death.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I came to this meeting, today is supposed to be my CC2 day. When my mentor keeps texting me, WhatsApping me, and all this, he kept on asking me, are you going to make it up for the 30th meeting or not? I was still kind of worrying, not prepared. Probably I had time, but I couldn't find put my effort to prepare for my CC2 speech. Then probably, and then I decided not to come to today's meeting. But then I just took a little bit of courage to come over here just to see what is going to happen. And I got surprised to see my mentor is anyway doing a CC9 for us on behalf of me, which is good to hear. And he again talked about a few things. You have to always try new things in your life. Again, it took a courage for me to come on and my CC2 speech, which I'm not delivering in, and then come and speak it up. Look good. Got inspired. So that way, I could see the glass half full after coming here. Prior to coming in, I was not seeing that. I was thinking that it was glass half empty is what I was thinking. Something like that. After a speech, I could see glass half full. Thank you.
The next speaker will be guest Abhijit. When a broken appliance is demonstrated for the repairman, it will work perfectly. When the broken appliance is demonstrated for the repairman, it will work perfectly.
Good afternoon, everyone. Whenever we have something broken, let's say in your life also, actually things are working fine only in the beginning itself. But it's like always you have the you have this in your mind that something has improvement is there, and that's why you keep improving it. Like let's take the case of an appliance. It's working. Sometimes it will be working perfectly only. But what will happen is you will be like, it should work to this extent. But so you try to repair it, you say that this has to work like this, but it's not working to that level. So likewise, in your life also, sometimes what will happen is, it will be all fine in the beginning, but you will be like, it's not working fine, you have to improve it. For that only you keep on working to improve the things. I'm not sure I'm speaking correctly or not, but it's like that. So means you keep on improving the things, you have to improve those things. So, thank you.
Next table topic speaker will be Toastmaster Godwin. Pessimism is the investigation into the effects of temporality on human conditions. Pessimism is the investigation into the effects of temporality on human conditions.
In today's topic, when optimists create pessimist create passion. And like most of the time, like when they look at the situations, they think it needs to be positive, like whatever happens. But if you look at the scenario, same thing. You're traveling in plane, like what if they create a passion? There was a scenario saying many accidents would have happened, a lot of things have happened, so they wanted to save their lives. So that they created, we make consider as kind of pessimism, but still that helped in solving it. But we may be pessimists, like we might be optimists, like I'm sure I could say, what anything could happen, it might fall down. Again, how would be the situation? So we need to be looking at both the scenarios. We need to be optimistic sometimes and pessimistic sometimes. We cannot all the time we cannot be optimistic, all the time we cannot be pessimistic. So sometimes depending on the situation, we change. But again, like, unless you're optimistic, then you cannot proceed further. Looking at situations that we might think that it's the end. And no, sometimes it might be better. We need to just take a turn and to go ahead. So whatever it happens in life, whatever it tries to stop us, whatever we want to grow, anything comes, we never should get discouraged. We should be optimistic. We can proceed and we can do this.
Thank you, Godwin. Actually, a pessimist discovered the parachute and the fear that the aeroplane fails. What will happen? He's a pessimist for the pessimist. What will happen if the parachute couldn't save? That's great, actually. It's not just the optimist who create the world, it is also pessimist who makes the world. That is the theme, actually. The next speaker will be Toastmaster Siddhika. Toastmaster Siddhika on stage. The light at the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel is the headlamp of the oncoming train.
Light at the end of the tunnel is the headlamp of the oncoming train. I think that would make me a pessimist because I'll be standing in one track and waiting for that train to hit me. And I think any sane person wouldn't stand at the train track waiting for that train to come. Because the minute he said the light at the end of the tunnel is that of the oncoming train, it means that there's just one track and you are standing on the track. So my advice is, be optimistic. Don't look at things in a pessimistic way that you have to come and stand at the track and view that train that's going to come. So all I have to say is, be optimistic. Don't bother about the train. God forbid you're over there. Move to the side. Don't just stand at the center. Move to the side. Let that train pass, and then you can go off. So that's all that I have to say. Thank you.
the speakers, what they have spoken, one thing I could understand is people are too pessimist about pessimism. People are very much afraid of being pessimist. People are afraid of looking at the darkness. So everybody too supports optimism to a larger extent. But we have to balance in between optimism and pessimism. Both makes the world, both makes the life. With this, we end the session. Actually, so let me hand over the stage to the Toastmaster.
First of all, a big round of applause. So with this, we come to the end of debate topics, and